did it. 100 episodes. Today is the 100th episode of the vlog, and you have to take these times to celebrate these moments. Because looking back, like I said before, this started off as a personal project, and now it's morphed into something bigger than even myself in terms of the vision that has been developed over these last 100 days. So I appreciate anyone that has been watching up until this point. The core few people that pretty much watched a lot of these episodes, and then those that just watched this for the first time and like want to know a little bit more about who I am and what I'm doing and how I want to make impact in this world. So I really appreciate everyone. Shout out to my wife and to my daughter who have been a part of these episodes. No grudgingly. It's just always been all love, and I just appreciate them for being a part of this as well. So it's not just me. They were a part of it as well. So I really appreciate them and everyone else that's out there. This is, very rarely do people do something 100 times in a row. So when you do that, especially 100 days in a row, when you do that, it's something to stop, to pause, and just remind yourself. That's right. Sitting here waiting for my wife to drop my daughter off because I have to take her to gymnastics. And I just happened to look up and I was like, wait, my dad used to work at the top of that building. He worked at PP&L, that's what it's called. We worked there for 33 years or so. And one of the things that really inspired this vlog is I always imagined the what if I could see my dad day in and day out during his work day. Because I was so young, I didn't know my dad was going to work. I didn't know what he was doing. And that was one of the things that inspired this vlog. Because as I think about my daughter, like, it's going to be so cool for her to have like me building this company from zero, and the breadcrumbs that were left behind. And my dad did that also. He actually did that in the form of a book. Later in life, he wrote a book about his life and and some of the time that he was there. But this is one of the main things that I get out of it is that permanence that it creates. So my wife is here, and at some point I want to get in, share some more granular details on some other takeaways that I got from doing this vlog daily.
It's over.
So no, for her to have these memories that are going to be archived forever, that's a priceless. That's a priceless thing. And I talked about this before. This idea of permanence, it's priceless, and there's no dollar value you can put on those memories. So I just got back to the office, and I want to know, what have you done 100 days in a row and it was transformational for you? I don't care what it is. What have you done 100 days in a row and it's just been transformational for you? Put it in the comments. I want to hear from you.
Their software, I'm able to say, okay, sweet, we moved the needle by this much, we made you this much money in this amount of time, things like that.
But are you tracking that,
I've
Hayden?
got like screenshots from their systems, but I don't really keep much data of my own.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure you guys probably have some super cool software that'll do that. Like I said, I've always been more big picture. I tend to partner with, and hire more analytical type people, but I'm more the walk into a room and solve some problems and then go get coffee or something kind of guy. And
Yeah.
I'm similar. Sorry, can I reach into?
That's the other thing that, this vlog allowed me to do. It allowed me to acquire 2 companies in a matter of 6 weeks. And the meeting that you just saw, it was a part of another potential acquisition. So again, this has been, the last 100 days have been so transformational, going from 0 to 2 acquisitions, looking at a third, and this acquisition is going to come underneath it gets complicated. I'm not going to get into all that. But anyway, yeah, so even though I'm doing the vlog, I cannot forget I'm still running a business. That's the point. I'm still running a business as I'm vlogging this as well. So stay tuned. The spirit of celebrating small wins, small milestones. One of the biggest takeaways that I've gotten over the last 100 days is just compounded leverage. And I'm going to continue to talk about this L word over and over and over again because it took me some time to kind of figure it out myself. So if you're out there, I want to make sure that you get it, is building leverage. And vlogging has been probably the fastest and most effective way for me to build this much leverage in an amount of time. And I didn't pay any, I paid for my phone, I paid for my Verizon bill, but other than that, it's a permissionless way to get your message across and to be able to build trust really fast. And one of the things that I talked about in one of the other episodes is the fact that trust is eroding. The ability, people aren't trusting institutions anymore, governments anymore. It's all over the place. So your ability to create trust is a high level skill. It's a high level skill that, this practice of daily vlogging is not about creating content. Now, I'm not here trying to create content. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm creating leverage. So with that said, I'm done for the night. It's a beautiful night out. Beautiful scenery. So with that said, you should just, if you made it this far, you should just go ahead and subscribe, because you just never know what's going to happen in the next episode. Peace.